Hello, this is Joseph McKellar, and today we're going to look at the registered nurse licensure. What's important to know about your nursing license? The nursing industry is growing at a tremendous rate. The need for nursing services continues to increase as our baby boomer population ages. Not only are we dealing with a larger aging population, but many of the diseases and conditions of the past that were terminal are now survivable. With a population of over 300 million Americans, one can see where the healthcare system is bulging with people in need. Yet, as the nursing need grows, the number of nurses to fill those positions is in decline. Every year, thousands of our baby boomer registered nurses retire, which creates a vacuum that needs to be filled by a new generation of nurses. So you want to become a nurse? Well, it's a two-step process. First, you need to find an approved or accredited program in your state. Your State Board of Nursing, which is an organization with a specific goal of protecting citizens by ensuring safe nursing practices, has on their website a list of all the accredited programs in your state that comply with their strict requirements. Find the accredited program, excel in it, and graduate. Next is the examination by NCLEX. That's the dreaded test that all graduates fear. Now, the NCLEX, or National Council Licensure Examination, has to be completed within 2 years after graduation. It's a computer program that uses computerized adaptive testing techniques to determine whether or not a nurse has met the minimum requirements as an entry-level RN. Congratulations! You passed your education program and you beat that dreaded NCLEX. Now you're a registered nurse in your state. That's it, that's all. Not really. Every state board of nursing has a requirement on how to maintain your RN license. For Michigan, we have to renew our license every 2 years. Now that means that we go online to michigan.gov/MI+, and we have to fill out an online form. Basically talks about we have to have 25 hours of continuing education. You got to verify things like your license number as well as your demographics. You have to let them know that you're in good moral character, and then if you've had any disciplinary actions since the last time you renewed, you must also put that in there as well. Oh, and don't forget about submitting a renewal fee that is determined by the state legislature. Most nurses never think about losing their license, but it is a reality. And for some nurses, they may run into legal troubles either at their work or outside their place of employment, which could lead to putting their nursing license in jeopardy. There are multiple ways that a nurse could lose their license. A convicted felony, or a misdemeanor with imprisonment of 2 years or more, or even a drug-related conviction could cost you your nursing license, whether it's revoked or suspended. In order for a nurse to have their license reinstated, the first thing they have to do is contact their State Board of Nursing office. If your license has been suspended, you need to wait until the time of suspension has elapsed and then petition the State Board of Nursing to have your license reinstated. The nurse will have a formal hearing with an administrative law judge, and they will determine if a nurse may have their license reinstated. If you've committed an infraction that was minor in nature, not considered to be serious enough to warrant suspension or revocation of your license, the State Board of Nursing may impose a lesser discipline on you, called a restriction. Your restricted license means that you are not going to be able to do everything your license normally allows you to do. Some of the restrictions are as follows. You may have a fine or civil penalty applied to you, imposition of requirements for monitoring, remediation, education, or other provision tailored to the particular situation. You may also have a limitation or restriction of one or more aspects of practice, probation with certain restrictions, limiting role, setting, activities, or hours worked. Removing the restrictions can be a little bit easier than trying to reinstate your license after a revocation or suspension. Typically, you want to fulfill your required disciplinary action. Once you've met that goal or that requirement, then the State Board of Nursing will evaluate whether your restrictions may be lifted. As the nursing shortage grows, the need for nurses in hospitals and facilities has increased. To meet the challenges faced in many states with finding RNs, travel nursing was developed. Travel nurses are paid competitively to move from state to state, assignment to assignment to fill nursing gaps. Travel nursing has been made easier with the advent of the Nurse Licensure Compact, or NLC. Created by the National Council of State Boards of Nursing, the NLC reflects the interstate agreement permitting registered nurses to have one license to work in different states. You enjoyed this presentation and also hope that you did learn something about nursing licensure.